Can sales comparison accurately value farmland? Have you ever wondered if the sales comparison method can truly provide an accurate value for farmland? This question is important for anyone involved in agricultural real estate. The sales comparison approach is a popular method used to determine the value of farmland. It involves looking at recently sold properties that are similar to the one being appraised. Adjustments are made for differences in size, location, soil quality, and how the land is used. One of the strengths of this method is that it reflects actual market behavior. It is based on real prices that buyers have paid and sellers have accepted. This makes it a direct indicator of market value. However, it is important to note that no two pieces of farmland are exactly the same. Factors like soil productivity, topography, and water availability can greatly influence value. Appraisers need to analyze these differences carefully to make sure the comparisons are valid. For the sales comparison approach to work effectively, there needs to be a good number of recent sales in the area. In many farmland markets, transaction volumes can be quite low, often around 1–2% annually. This can make it challenging to find enough comparable sales data, especially in rural counties where information may not be easily accessible. Unlike residential properties, farmland does not have a multiple listing service. This means that sales data can be fragmented and harder to find. Appraisers often relying on public records or their local knowledge to gather the necessary information. Another important point is that farmland is typically an income-producing asset. Because of this, appraisers often use the sales comparison approach alongside the income approach. The income approach values land based on its earning potential. These two methods can yield different values, and appraisers must reconcile them to arrive at a final opinion. The cost approach is another valuation method, which estimates the cost to replace land improvements minus depreciation. However, this method is less commonly used for farmland unless there are significant structures involved or specific legal reasons. For those investing in farmland, the sales comparison approach offers a market-based valuation that aligns with recent transactions. However, its accuracy is highly dependent on the quality and quantity of comparable sales data. When comparable sales are scarce, relying solely on this method can be limiting. Combining the sales comparison approach with the income and cost approaches often leads to a more reliable overall valuation. This balanced approach helps investors and stakeholders make informed decisions in agricultural real estate markets. While the sales comparison method can accurately value farmland under the right conditions, it is most effective when integrated with other appraisal methods and supported by thorough market data analysis.